What's up, everybody? Welcome to Morning Scone, presented by Brock. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Appreciate y'all for being here on this Sunday. Hope y'all having an awesome morning so far. Eric and I went to dinner last night, early Valentine's dinner. Went to bed really late, and Drew woke up at 5:30, and he's watching Sesame Street on Fast Forward. Hashtag parenthood. Hang on. I'm a little crooked there. A little crooked here on the shot. A little crooked on the shot. That's on me. My bad. Let's see. What's up, everybody? Say some good mornings here to everybody. I feel like we're still crooked over there. Nick Torino, Ryan Condon, Frank Perniciaro. Good morning, Frank. Nathan Nall, Todd Dupuy, Rusty Sedetol, Brad Jean. Good morning. Everett Email, Charles Moranto. Good morning, Mark Allen. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. Kevin Graham. What's up, Dad? Good morning. Charlie Gale, Patrick McKenzie, good morning, Matt, go Tigers. Herb Honsis, good morning. Pete Giardino, look at this, got a good crowd this morning. Todd Dupuy, what a game yesterday, new version of the Cardiac Kids, or Cardiac Cats for sure. Bob Kubrick, Alvino, what's up, Alvino? Good morning, man. Don Jolibois, good morning. James Tyrone, BJ Richard, good crowd. I'm going to hit the share, if y'all wouldn't mind hitting the share. That, of course, I explain every day, that helps tremendously. And if y'all would like the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic as well, their page is tagged in this post. That's a big help as well. Karen Sybil, good morning. Nick Torina outscored teams 65-2 through 5 games. I'm so embarrassed of my wife. So Nick, you think they're a little underrated preseason? It's talking about LSU softball. That Nick there, Nick Torina, is that's a Mr. Beth Torina, by the way. Yeah, man, they're off to a pretty fantastic start, man. I need Beth to make me look good. I said she'd be the next coach to win a national title at LSU. This needs to be the year. Let's get that done. Let's see. So LSU hoops wins yesterday. Pels lose, despite the fact that Anthony Davis played 34 minutes. So much for not playing the second back-to-back. This is Dad's show. Good morning. Hey, it's Morning Scone, presented by Brock. You caught yourself. Very good. That was good. By Brock. Brock. Hey, is your name Drew? Hey, who did we see yesterday at Fresh Market? Did we see Gloria? Huh? Who did we see?
Mimi.
You did see Mimi yesterday. Very good. Did you see Papa? You saw Mimi and Papa, didn't you?
Seat buckle.
Yep. You rode in Papa's truck and put on your seat buckle. Very good. Seat buckle. I said seat buckle. That vocab is onward and upward. Lil C says Will Wade's best hire since Nick Saban at LSU. Les Miles did win a football national championship and play for another one. Let's not forget that. Paul Maneri's won a national championship at LSU. Let's not forget that. Beth Torina takes softball to Oklahoma City every year. Let's not forget about that. I understand your excitement, Lil C, and I think Will Wade has the potential to do awesome things. He no doubt exceeded expectations a year ago. To be sitting at 9-1 right now in conference play, going to Lexington to take on 9-1 Kentucky. I mean, phenomenal. It's so much fun to have a relevant basketball team. There's no doubt about it. I just like, and by the way, I'm ecstatic. I think the world of Will Wade. Did you notice? And if you watched the game yesterday, this is what's so telling. Did you notice how many times Jimmy Dykes kept pointing out the inbound, the baseline inbound plays? How many easy buckets LSU kept getting? It's something I know we've talked about, but Cody Worsham wrote about this in a feature he did on Will Wade last year, about how Will Wade has like just these notebooks filled with inbound plays that he's written up. It's like every time LSU comes, out of a timeout or to start the second half, like anytime they're in a coming out of a break, running an inbound play, notice how many easy buckets they get in those situations because of the plays Will draws up. He's a great X's and O's coach. He obviously knows the game really well, and he's got buy-in from his guys. It's the most impressive thing about it is that he's gotten this group of 5 stars to buy in completely. As bad as they were early in the year at rebounding, look at how much they dominate the glass against everybody now. This is a bad rebounding team at the beginning of the year. It's encouraging, man. Like by contrast, a team with Ben Simmons and Blakeney and Tim Quarterman and all those guys, they weren't bought in, man. You had a lot of talent on that team, but you had a lot of individual guys that were playing for their futures. And it's like I mentioned this, even when people were cracking on Naz Reid, you notice that guy, every time he's on the bench, he's the first one up, cheering for guys, waving towels. Like they're bought in, like they're all bought in, which is so fun to watch. Hi. Seat buckle. Is that going to be the word of the day? Hey, is the word of the day seat buckle? Hey, listen, after Dad's show, we can go to Awaba Sons. Who are we going to see there? Are we going to see Christy? Probably not. She'll probably be there tonight. Christy is Miss Crystalline. She's one of the ladies that works at Albertsons that we see.
Hey, Chrissy.
Hey,
Chrissy.
Here. What about Reese?
Chrissy.
Christy. Yeah, Christy. Very good.
Chrissy.
You will see.
Hi.
Hi. And you say, hi, Christy. You say, hi, Christy. Her name's Crystalline, but we're calling her Christy just so it's easier than Crystalline. You want Daddy hold you? Blake, you are the champion! What do you see? What do you see? Drew come?
Yeah.
Drew come. Yay! Oh, that's so good, my baby. My boy. Daddy loves his snuggles in the morning. You can give me snuggles all the time. Best part of my day. Best part of my day. Let's see. Arthur Coco, good morning. Okay, that's interesting, Arthur. Arthur said, I'm liking the Alliance of American Football. What do you think? Bless you. He sneezes and says, bless you. Did you say bless you?
Elmo.
Elmo? What about Elmo?
Daddy.
Daddy. You got Daddy's hat? This is a song about Elmo. Awabasan. We're gonna, after Dad's show, I'll take you to Awabasan. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. You want to go watch her writing it fast? Love you. You watching a rap? Drew come. They're working. We're working on this in therapy. Drew saying Drew come. Drew come.
Yay.
Yay! Walk. Like him obeying a command. Been working on that for a while. Getting shout out to Brock. Appreciate the coffee mug. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Awesome peeps. So Arthur asked about the Alliance of American Football. Maybe that quarterback who got waylaid last night might need to go to Brock. If you know what I mean. Hi. What? What? Can you use words and tell me what you want?
Pancake. Pancake.
Patty cake?
Why?
Better get, pick a man, better get as fast as you can. Roll it, pat it, mark it with a D, put it in the oven for Drewby and me. What you think about that? Elmo. Uh-oh. Did you bump your arm on the table? Huh? I bet that hurt. I heard a thump. I did hear a thump.
Here come.
Drew, come.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Okay, so Arthur, I did not watch. We went to dinner last night, Erica and I, early Valentine's Day. I did not watch. Ooh, so I did not see the Alliance of American Football yesterday.
How about get first?
Arachnid Fast is on in there. Why don't you go watch it? Is that Drew?
I want to get first.
Huh? But it appeared like all of the reaction that I saw, I think people liked it. What's odd is, and I guess the only basis of comparison I have is other leagues in the past that have failed. And I could go back and remember like the XFL the first time around. Did awesome ratings the first time, but the football was so bad that the ratings got cut in half every subsequent week. I think there wasn't a ton of buzz yesterday about the AAF. But what I read on social media and some columns after it, people were receptive, like pretty impressed. Saw an interview with Spurrier after. He talked about Garrett Gilbert. Everyone's playing the big hit that the quarterback took, where it was a monster hit by the defensive end, just clean shot on the quarterback. The helmet came off. Clean hit in the AAF. The officiating, explaining through replay. The coaches mic'd up on the field. They had Spurrier at one point saying, "We're gonna run ghost, whatever, tell them to catch it this time." A lot of that stuff. What? So I think social media is going to be tremendous for this new league because a lot of people who didn't watch, like me, Elevator, saw all of that. Elevator. Saw all of that on social media, and they're going to be like, "Oh, well, that's interesting. I'm going to watch it next time." It basically serves as a tremendous marketplace for it, or your platform to advertise. Whoa, no. Hey, go watch Arachnid Fast. Go watch Arachnid Fast. Okay. And I definitely want to see how, I'm interested to see how the LSU guys playing in Memphis do, for sure. Mettenberger and Sam Montgomery and Toby Weathersby. There's a bunch of them. Saw Sione Tehuma's playing.
Really fast.
Willie Fast?
Really
You want Willie Fast. Okay. Willie is Willie the Giant on Mickey Mouse. Okay. So he wants to watch Willie the Giant Fast on Mickey Mouse. Let's see. Hey, Debbie Blackwell, good morning. Clayton Soche. What's up, Matt? Great game yesterday. They're looking good. Tigers are looking really good, man. And I tell you, even if they can go to Kentucky now and shoot their shot. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like you're 9-1 in conference. This was supposed to be the brutal stretch. You've won 2 of the 3 in this brutal stretch. Now you're going to Lexington on Tuesday night, nationally televised game with, without really anything. Can y'all hear him laughing? You got nothing to lose, man. You go out there and just, as Les would say, let her rip. And if it goes your way, awesome. If not, there's no crime in losing to a potential 1 seed on their home floor. Then you go to Georgia, who's terrible. You come home against Florida, who can't score. Then you got to play Tennessee, and that'd be a monster. If let's say LSU lose to Kentucky, beats Georgia and Florida, you're 11-2 in the league, hosting Tennessee. I mean, then even if you lose that one, let's say you lose, you're at 11-3. You got A&M, who's awful. You'd be 12-3. You go to Bama, to Florida back to back, which is tough. Let's say you split those, so you're 12. You're 13-4. Then you're home against Vandy. You win that one. I think you finish 14-4. 14-4 is going to put you 4 or 5 seed. I mean, lot to be excited about right now, man. Lot to be excited about. Let's see. DL's comments here while he's in there watching Sesame Street on fast forward. Nathan, all love the inbound plays. Wade's a magician. Yeah, he's not a magician. He's just a good coach. And honestly, Trent Johnson was lazy and didn't recruit. Johnny Jones recruited, but didn't coach or delegate particularly well. Like, do you realize Eric Musselman right now has Nevada basically as a top 10 team in the country? He was on Johnny Jones's staff and didn't even have a voice. I mean, how stupid is that? Like, you have a former NBA coach who obviously is a great coach, and he did nothing. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Willie fast. Is it over? Yeah, you're watching it. Willie Fast is still on. Randy Dabdoob, great win, but they can't spot teams 15 and expect to keep winning. Can't do that against Kentucky and Tennessee. Yeah, so, okay, here's what I'll say about that. And you're not wrong. Obviously, you don't want to keep getting down 15, 16, 17 points, whatever. But specifically with Auburn yesterday, and we talked about this a lot last week with Auburn. Auburn is a team that shoots threes. They shoot a ton of threes. And when they're going in, it can happen very, very quickly. And it did yesterday. They went on that 16-0 run or whatever it was, and it happened in less than 4 minutes. That's the same thing that happened against Mississippi State. And the key to stopping a run like that is exactly what LSU did for the rest of the game after that, which is don't settle for threes, pound the paint, shoot 60% from the floor because you're point blank range, and go to the free throw line and make free throws and slow the pace of the game. And eventually, their percentage is going to normalize. I remember I tweeted that at halftime. Auburn was at 58% three-point shooting from in the first half. And I tweeted something like, hey man, look, their 3-point percent, you're only down 3. They shot 58% from 3 and you're only down 3. Like, their 3-point percentage is going to normalize. Just keep pounding the paint, make your free throws, defend with energy, and you're going to win the game. Auburn finished 42%. And they shoot 43% from 3 for the season. That's their average. So they were right on their average. But they just, they shot it really well in the first half. I think you have to take it game by game to look at some of those situationally. Like, this isn't a team that's gone down big in every game. The Missouri game, they were sleepwalking a little bit. But, I think it's good that they have been able to rally. I do agree. If you go up to Lexington, you get down 16. It's going to be much harder to climb out of that hole. But anyway, I'm excited about it, man. Like, when they go to Lexington this week, it's also just a different type, style of game that you're going to play this week. Physically, you're going to play a team that's more mirrors you physically. Clint Naldo, what's up, Clint? Good morning, man. Jonathan Taylor, Mario Collada, Michael Castello, Robert Gremion. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. Matthew Wagispack, Charlene Hancock. Good morning. Looks like Drew's setting up for a block party. He has not gone there yet, Todd. Hal Jubin. Hey, Deborah Todd. Good morning. Cheryl Wilkes. Good morning. Derek Morales. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Mark, old school Hornet shirt. Yeah, I love this shirt. You know what? Honestly, it's funny. I think about that. It's Adidas too. Erica gave me this. I swear I didn't even think about this just now. So Erica, our first Valentine's together, the gift she gave me, she bought us Hornets tickets and she bought me this shirt. So we went there and watched the Hornets play the Magic at the arena, and I've had this shirt since. So that's been 10 years or more. Anyway, but I hated last night. Well, I'm glad the Pelicans lost. They lost to Memphis. Anthony Davis played 34 minutes. And one of the things they said is like they'd reduce his minutes. They weren't going to play him in back-to-backs. Last night, not only did he play in the second of a back-to-back, he played 34 minutes. He played more minutes and in the second night of a back-to-back. I mean, whatever. Mark, Alvin Kamara was at a Southern Miss basketball game yesterday. That's kind of random. Sean Nolan, good morning. Douglas Duhan, good morning. Todd Dupuy, Fisher, who used to coach Tennessee, says basically a feeder system for the NFL. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like if it serves that function and people get to watch a good level of football in the off season, I think this is the right time of year to have an alternate league. Can they steal enough eyeballs from basketball and baseball, which is about to start? We'll see.
Kind fast.
Kind fast?
Kind fast.
Okay. Listen, best Drew. He wants to watch things on fast forward. His backpack's beeping. Hang on. Little dude just likes to watch shows on fast forward. I don't know why. Let me go stop his backpack. Be back in a sec. He's saying kind. That's gotta learn his language. He's watching an episode of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood where Daniel becomes King Daniel for a day, and he has to learn how to be kind to everybody. And they sing a song about it's great to be kind, makes everyone feel happy. Anyway, shout out to the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Appreciate them for sponsoring Morning Scone. Blue Bonnet in Baton Rouge near Perkins. Awesome people, one stop, they can do it all. They got all the subspecialties, so we appreciate them very, very much. You got those aches and pains and bumps and bruises, active lifestyle, like they say, work hard, play harder, go see our friends over at Barack. Roy Moore, Chris Ray, good morning. Brad Jean, whoops, passed one up there. That's a dynamite Lebowski reference there, Brad. Thank you. Jeb, with Auburn, they were on fire. You just had to weather the storm. Yeah, I agree. I don't. First of all, Auburn just plays a different style of game, and we talked about it all last week. Like they shoot a ton of threes. Can you hear him? So we went to dinner last night. Got home late. I stayed up, did some work, and watched Saturday Night Live. So I did work in the den while the SNL was on. Halsey did great, by the way. I've heard of Halsey's name. I had no idea what she sang or who she was or anything like that. But she was amazing. She even in sketch comedy, she was really funny and very natural. She did really good. But anyway, so I didn't go to bed till 12:30 or so. 5:30. Drew's coughing in his bed. 6:15. He's just sitting up talking like, hey, la 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 la. So I didn't sleep much. Coffee. Sweet nectar of life. Let's see. Jeb, I agree. We need to not start so slow and get behind as big as we do. Coach Wade seems to make solid second half adjustments. Look, I don't even think that it's even second half. I think it's in my opinion, the temptation for this basketball team. All right, let's look at both of the last two games where they gave up big runs and got down. Against Mississippi State, in part, that was because Tremont Waters had foul trouble. And Tremont Waters spent 9 minutes of the first half on the bench. Can y'all hear me laughing? And so LSU, remember at Mississippi State, started fast. Tremont had 4 steals in the first 4 minutes, and LSU kept getting transition buckets. Well, State slowed the game. It became more of a half-court game, and LSU just had to pound the paint and become aggressive doing that and trying to get stops. State's a good offensive team. It was tough to get stops. And then Tremont missed, most of the first half, and so a lot of the offense flows through Tremont, and it became tough to get baskets. Yesterday against Auburn, Auburn shot an incredible pace early. The other part too is, I think there's a temptation for LSU, especially with young players, when you see threes going in on the other end, like you've got to go hurry up and get it back. So the temptation is to shoot threes. Javonte Smart took a terrible 3 yesterday when they were down. I mean, early in the shot clock, from the right wing, it's like, why? You don't need that shot. Once they just get patient and settle into running their offense and then getting stops, like, they're really good. I just think they had to go see that pace that Auburn was going to run. That's another thing to remember, man. Like, Naz Reid, Darius Days, even Cavell to an extent, Javonte Smart, Emmett Williams, all those guys, like, they've never seen Auburn. They've never seen Mississippi State. They never played at the hump. Like, these are firsts for all these guys too. Like, while they've played a bunch of college games now, these are still firsts to actually go. Like, Will Wade can tell you, but until you get out there on the floor and see it, I mean, they Jimmy Dykes even mentioned on the broadcast yesterday. He's like, referenced Will Wade telling his team at the time about running back, out of the half court, like after to get back defensively, how quickly you've got to get back. And it's like they're not getting back fast enough because Auburn was getting those transition threes. He is a happy kid. All right, Andrew Bayer, James Evans, Carrie Hughes. Good morning, Carrie Hughes. John Boudreau. What's up, John? Andrew, enjoyed talking to your brother at the STM Father-Daughter Dance last night. There you go. How about that? What? What? What do you want? You want fast? You want Daniel fast? Okay. Thank you for coming to ask me. Let's see. Karen Jensen Payson. Good morning, Karen. Rami Kaysen went to Brock yesterday. A1 service. Cool. Thank you, Rami. Appreciate that, man. Be sure to tell them Matt sent you. No, they are great. And weekends, obviously, too. So, let's see. Alvino. I know we're not on football, but do you see Giles transferring? Oh, are you asking? Okay, I'm sorry. No, that's fine, Alvino. You can ask those questions. Do you see Giles? I didn't know if you were asking if I thought he would or if you were telling me he had. No, I don't. Unless if he's graduated, I don't know if he has. If he's graduated, then I could understand. Trying to find another spot in a different offense. I would anticipate that there will be. They're going to be over the 85 scholarship limit. So there's going to have to be attrition. Either guys transferring, or some guys get booted off the team, or if there's medical DQs or whatever. I would anticipate when you look at the receivers on the roster that you will see receivers leave. Let's see. Let's take a look at that real quick. I think we did talk about this a bit yesterday, but because you got to keep in mind, like all those guys from this year, Stephon Sullivan, D. Anderson, all those guys are back. Giles, like you mentioned, Derek Dillon's back, and then of course you got Justin Jefferson, and the two freshmen from this past year with Jamar Chase. Hang on, sorry. I'm getting this page loaded. Okay, here we go. So you had the two freshmen with Jamar Chase and Terrace Marshall. So Stephon Sullivan, D. Anderson, Giles, Dillon, all back. And then you've got Kenan Jones and Jeray Jenkins, who didn't play last year. Jontre Kirkland, who's there as well. Who redshirted. Those are all walk-ons. So Chase, Jefferson, Marshall, Sullivan, Anderson, Giles, Dillon, Jones, Jenkins. That's 9. Jones, Jenkins. That's 9. Kirkland is 10, provided he stays at receiver. And then, so that's 10. And then, let's see. Trying to see, I don't remember off the top of my head how many receivers they signed in this class. That's 10 on the roster, 10 scholarship wide receivers right now. God dog, I'm trying to get a list of the signees. You're going to be patient with me. Oldest computer in the world trying to get the load. Let's see. Okay, so they got 10 receivers already. Trey Palmer makes 11. And then I guess Devontae Lee is 12. Depending what side of the ball he plays, but I think he wants to play offense, so that's 12. So you're at 12 scholarship receivers. I mean, yeah, it's crowded. I mean, I don't think they're gonna, I would always look at position groups like receiver, defensive back, and then usually on the offensive defensive line, where you just have a glut of personnel. Now, I don't think the lines are overflowing with personnel. I think on the offensive line, you could see a player or two leave. Giles is an interesting one though, man. Because I think he will get passed up, but I think you will see receivers transfer. I don't know if Giles will be one of them. Charlie Gale, maybe he likes the fast movement of the characters, like a sensory deal. I'm sure he thinks it just looks funny. Bobby Rogers, good morning. Trivia, dang, I'm late again. What's going on? I don't know, man. Got to set them notifications, trivia. Rusty Gomez, did you watch the UFC? I watched some of the prelims, and then we went to dinner, but I didn't see the main card. I saw Anderson Silva's fight. Went to the judges. Looked like it was a pretty close fight. I saw some of the highlights of it, but I did not watch the whole thing. So, Adrian Smith moving back home to Baton Rouge from Houston just in time for the LSU Tennessee game. There you go. How's about throwing yo boy a couple of courtside ticks? Adrian Smith, you think I've got courtside ticks? That's the funny thing. Like, people think I just have tickets. So the answer to your question, that wasn't really a question, but the answer is no, for multiple reasons. No disrespect to you, Adrian, but number one, I don't have them, and if I did, it's unlikely that I would give them to someone I've never met. I'd probably give them to a client or a family member, something along those lines. But perhaps, you could romance a girl a little bit and see what we could work out. I mean, just go right in for the ask. Hey, man, can I have courtside ticks? No. Mark, will Pelicans let Demps handle the Davis trade? I can't believe they will. Jack Davis, good morning, Matt. Tigers go 25-6. 25-6. Yeah. No. Let's go 24-7. I think they're going to go 14-4 in the league. I think they're going to lose to Kentucky, Tennessee. What? Oh, you went fast? I think they'll lose to Kentucky, Tennessee, and then they'll split the road games against Alabama and Florida. Those are back-to-back road games. I think they split. So 14-4 in the league. But I'll take that in a heartbeat. I thought they could go 12-6 this year. They end up 14-4. It's awesome. Garrett McIntyre, seems to me when we go on runs, we feed the post. First half, it seems like we do not do that. That's very astute, Garrett. It's very, very astute. LSU oftentimes settles for bad shots, but I think that's just maturity and playing together. Like, when you watch Tennessee, did you watch Tennessee, Florida yesterday? Like, that's evidence of what can happen when when guys play together and learn each other's tendencies. Fast. You watching Fast? Elmo. Daddy. What? You watching Barney?
Go fly mountain.
No, we went there yesterday.
Albertsons.
We can go to Albertsons.
Mimi.
Well, did you see Mimi yesterday?
Seatbelt.
And you put on your seat buckle. Very good. Safety first, Drew. Let's see. Trivia, Waters was picking pockets all game. He's so good, man. Quick hands. Mark, Nasrid is a poor man's Zion Williamson. I don't like that comparison because Zion can't really shoot. He's really obviously athletic around the goal, but Nas is a much better shooter. Like, Zion's not stepping back and making threes, and I think Nas has better handles and better shooter than Zion. Zion's more athletic, which is saying something, but he's incredible. Let's see. LSU Kentucky on Tuesday. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. Mark, which LSU basketball players do you expect declaring for the draft? I think both Waters and Nasrid are going to go. Megan says we need whiskey and wine for basketball games. Would y'all, all right, give me some feedback here. So, would y'all rather whiskey and wine or companion shows? I guess like it would be tough to do a companion show during the midweek games because Hester's on. So like we couldn't use the studio. Maybe Jordy and I could get a maybe we aim to do a whiskey and wine after the Tennessee game. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we do a whiskey and wine after the Tennessee game, and maybe we do it live somewhere. Like maybe we go over Pluckers just south of campus or something like that. Hit me up with ideas. I'm open to it. I'm down. Let's see. Brooke Barnett. What's up, Brooke? Good morning, dude. Andrew joined a little late. Did you talk about the new football league? Did you watch the game last night? So we talked about it a little bit. I did not watch. Eric and I went to dinner last night, so our early Valentine's dinner. But the impressive thing is on social media last night, how many people were complimentary. And one of the things that I like is whenever you have a league like that is trying to get its foothold, it has to take certain risks. I like the fact that they have the sky judge for officiating, right? Where like they have an official in the booth that can help overrule egregious misses for the officials on the field. Saw a lot of big hits last night that are not flagged in the AAF that would be clearly flagged in the NFL. I think I like that you have the coaches mic'd up, that you can hear Spurrier during the broadcast calling plays. I think that's fun. That's good for the broadcast. And a lot of those, like the AAF can take the risk and try it, and whatever works, you could see the NFL maybe adopt. I mentioned this before, but this happened with the XFL. Like the first go around, the XFL did some things that college football and the NFL later adopted. One of them is the overhead camera. You know that the camera on the zip line, that's kind of like behind the action and stuff. Like that was an XFL thing, and it was like people were like, oh, that's really cool. And so all that college football using, the other networks started using it. So I think there will be things that work in this league that are adopted by the NFL, which is pretty cool. But I think social media is a big help to the AAF because I think 20 years ago, let's say with the XFL, maybe people were interested, they watched, they didn't love the quality of football, whatever, they left, didn't come back, and you could see ratings dive. Like my guess is today, ratings for that league, for those games last night, ratings aren't going to be good. Relative to like NFL or major college football games. The ratings are not going to be good. But what's going to happen is the social media buzz around it is going to get people intrigued. And so it's going to be word of mouth, people telling the story, and then next time next week when they play games, more people are going to watch because they're going to be like, oh, people are actually complimenting this. And Twitter's negative about everything. If Twitter like this, let me go check it out. So it's almost like when shows sometimes get canceled on their first run and then they become more popular after they're canceled. This happened with Family Guy. Family Guy got canceled, and then it like online and like reruns became more popular than it did during its first run, and so they brought the show back. Like I think that's kind of what's going to happen with these football leagues. I think people aren't going to be really like people didn't watch last night. I haven't seen TV numbers. But I'm telling you, the numbers last night were not going to be good. But I think what's going to happen is you're going to see on Twitter and on social media clips of the quarterback getting his helmet knocked off, Steve Spurrier doing the post-game interview, a lot of really good things, and people are going to go, I'm interested in that. And then next time they play, people are going to turn it on. I guarantee you it's going to be the opposite. The old XFL had massive numbers, and then they just kept getting cut in half every week. This is going to be the opposite. If they can sustain a good level of football, numbers I guarantee you last night were going to be in the basement, and I bet you they climb though as it goes on. Now, do they hit like Do they hit a ceiling? We'll see. Probably. Because it's just not going to appeal to everybody. But hardcore football fans that are looking for football, I think are going to find it. You're going to see numbers increase. Let's see. And by the way, just the fact that so many of you have asked me about it is telling. Carl the Cat, Kyle Abear, Mark Landry, what's up? Trivia, who's the new guy that's showing up to all Louisiana sports press conferences to go live on Facebook? Y'all need to hire that guy full time. Oh, for ESPN. So that's Damari Harding. He's working with us. So he goes to all the he's a hustler too, man. Damari's working his butt off. He'll like hit just his own, ambition. Oh, fast. Yeah, so he takes the initiative. He goes to Will Wade's press conferences, or he'll go to baseball media day. He went down and was covering the Saints. I told you, like, on the day on AFR when we had, like, before the Eagles playoff game, when we had the Mario Davis and Marcus Williams, we had like 3 or 4 Saints players. Damari rolled down to Saints media availability, went in the locker room, and started handing his phone to people while I was live on there. Hand his phone to me, here, talk to Matt. I mean, that was him doing that. So yeah, he's doing awesome, man. Awabasan. After Dad's show, we'll go to Awabasan. Mommy's sleeping. Elma. Well, I thought you were watching Elma. After Dad's show, we'll go to Awabasan. What? Use your words. Use your words, baby. Huh? I feel like we have a standoff. Huh? Cough. That's a sweet smile. Thank you for being sweet. I like your jammies. The old tiger wearing a football helmet. Okay. Here you go. Let's see. Joe Jubal, what's up, Joe? Morning, my dude. Rocco, what's up? Basketball Tigers are winning, man. It's always a nail biter. It didn't. I mean, it was 10 points last night with 90 seconds left or thereabouts. It didn't need to get as close as it did, but credit Auburn, made a couple shots. LSU had some bonehead plays, but anyway. Trivia, the Auburn head coach was giving LSU gifts crossing the line. Bruce Pearl was funny. Bruce Pearl couldn't stay in his box. Ben Clark, good morning. AAL or World League, it's great to see their Atlanta team sucks too. I don't remember watching a ton of World League or NFL Europe. I would love to see the Alliance of American Football or the XFL, whatever, partner with the NFL and like become sort of a feeder, like a partnered intentional feeding system. We'll see. Kevin Francis, good morning. Janet Drew planted the fresh market seed yesterday. Yeah, he went yesterday. With this being a great year in LSU athletics, would you say Joe Oliva's job is saved? So that's a really good question, Alvino. Like, Joe's contract's almost up, and I know he wants an extension. And the board was very split on whether or not to give Joe an extension. And that was at the end of last year. Well, the board turned over during the summer, and then football ended up having a good year, and now basketball is doing well. And so it's kind of like, well, things have steadied, so do you extend him? I don't know. I don't have a good sense of what's going to happen. I didn't, over the summer, all of the heat around the athletic department, I didn't know that Joe would make it through football season. Just candidly. But, you're getting real close to having a lame duck athletic director. And so the board's going to have to decide, are you going to extend him or, are you moving on? But I don't know. I tell you this much, Alvin. The success of the football team and what the basketball team is doing right now, and the baseball team being, preseason number one, he's a lot closer to saving his job than he was 6 months ago, for sure. That's a much bigger question now than it was 6 months ago. Jennifer Bunnell, good morning, or Bunnell. Let's go with Bunnell. Bunnell. Jennifer Bunnell. Whiskey and wine, okay. Megan says either. They're both good, at least for big games. Well, that doesn't help. Dad show. Charlie Gale took my wife to Pluckers. Nice. After the softball game. Very nice. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. And Nick Torina, appreciate you going to the softball game. Yeah, Pluckers is a great spot. I enjoy it. It's right. It's so convenient, too, with all those. You got Daddy's Brock hat? Hey, this is AFR. I'm sorry, it's not AFR. This is Dad Show is Morning Scone, presented by Brock. Ha 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 ha. You got them fingers in your mouth, huh?
Out.
Daddy's nose itches, huh? Why are you chewing your fingers? Huh? What?
Elmo.
Clap hands for Elmo comes home. What? Clap hands for seat buckle. Seat buckle keeps Drew be safe. Yeah?
No.
Are you going to see So today? I think we are. I think we can see So and Liv and JJ and Jeff and James and Roro and Reese and Eli. I think we're going to see all of them today. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Yay? Yay?
Emma.
Clap hands for Elmo. Clap hands for seat buckle. Seat buckle keeps Drew be safe. Walk? Okay. Alright, y'all, get a few more here. Let's see. Trivia, whiskey and wine. The other sucks with the delay. We got to sync it up, Trivia. That's your problem, man. That's why we show the clock every now and again. You got to sync the game up with our show. You get your DVR, hit pause, and sync it up. Let's see. Ryan Dixon, whiskey and wine on weekend games. Okay. Hey, Megan, good morning. Jimmy Vadrine, good morning. Carly Cat, Bob Stoops, coaching the Texas XFL team. Yeah, I talked about that this past week. It validates him for sure. Johnny Clark, Jesse Wiley, Joel Causey, good morning. Andrew Mettenberger plays today. Yeah, Mettenberger, that Memphis team has Mettenberger, Sam Montgomery, Toby Weathersby. Who am I missing? There's more. There's several former LSU players playing that Memphis team. Let's see. Jeff, I turned on the AAF game excited about football. Then I heard Gary Danielson. Y'all are haters, bro. Gary Danielson does a great job as an analyst, man. I never understand why LSU fans think Gary Danielson hates their team. Like, he understands the game. He prepares. He's very good. Whatever. Dan Ducote, let's see, Rocco, I think would help the AAL. I think it's the AAF, the Alliance of American Football. If they played smaller arenas. Look better than an empty stadium. Yeah. But remember, you also have to have stadiums that are TV equipped and have all the different amenities that they need. I just don't know where you find those, and you want to have these. You want to have the teams in densely populated areas, so when you go play at a high school stadium in Orlando, I think it's so different than a bowl game. They make their money on TV. You got a TV contract. That's what's more valuable than selling tickets. They'd love to get people in the stands, so I don't think there's any doubt. Let's see. Good morning. Huge week that'll help determine our seeding. I just don't think if you lose at Kentucky, it's it's detrimental. I mean, if LSU loses to Kentucky and Tennessee, and even I said, if they split the back-to-back road games against Bama and Florida, which I think is likely, they'll split those. You go 14-4. I mean, you're going to be sitting there as a 4 or 5 seed. I mean, at worst, you go make a run in the SEC tournament, you can bump up even higher. All right, David Furr, I'll be interested to see how this team reacts to Rupp. I think they got a legit chance if they stay locked in for 40 minutes. I think they got a legit chance. And this is like one of the dirty little secrets that people don't often talk about. Rupp is not that intimidating of an environment. It's big, and they fill it, but it's not super loud. It's strange in that regard. Like, you got a lot of old basketball fans that kind of sit on their hands at Rupp. It's not like Bud Walton Arena. When that thing gets full and raucous, that's tough, man. Auburn last year, like when Auburn Arena, it's smaller, compact, everybody close to the floor. When they're on a roll, that's a buzzsaw. I think just the idea of playing if you've ever been to Rupp Arena, it's so weird. It's not on campus. It's like the city owns Rupp Arena. It's like, and it's off campus. It's weird. It's like this big, like gray, like cement block building, just very kind of innocuous. It's weird. You don't feel like you're walking into like one of these hallowed cathedrals. It's very, very strange. It's a very strange place. Cassidy Russo, Mark, good morning. Chuck Smith, stats for pitching coming out of LSU baseball are fire. I tweeted that yesterday, man. Landon Marceau again yesterday. Like 5 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 9 strikeouts, y'all. Like, and it ain't like he's pitching against McNeese. No disrespect to McNeese, but they're gonna be good, y'all. Baseball is gonna be so good. Madison Lecoq, good morning. Denise Satawa, good morning. Sean Pumphrey, good morning. Stuart, good morning. How about them Tigers yesterday? Thank you, Carl. Brad Wing and Josh Jasper. Thank you, Carl the Cat. The other guys playing on Memphis today. Joseph Roy, Jonathan Foru, good morning. What's up, Matt Drew? Good morning. Good morning, Nathan DeMoss. All right, we are at the end of our comments, y'all. So that means I'm going to bid y'all adieu. We take Drew over to the store, take him for a little ride. We some breakfast. All right. Anyway, he sounds like he's just about ready anyway. All right, if y'all would, Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, they are tagged in this post. If y'all could like their page, huge help. Appreciate that greatly. And remember, they got all the subspecialties, 5 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Their main location is on Bluebonnet. If you're at Perkins going toward Highland, they're on the right. You can't miss it. You walk in the surgical specialty. It's first level. You walk in the doors and you're looking right at it, straight through there. So y'all give our friends over at Brock a try. Hey, come see. And remember their Livingston location as well. Hi. Hey, do you want to go to Alabama? Okay, we're finished with that show. Let's go get dressed and we'll go to Alabama. Mommy. Daddy. Okay, we're done. Y'all have an awesome day. See y'all. Thanks. Okay, let's go. Alabama. Hey, Drew, say bye. Drew, say bye. Hey, Drew. Okay, he's over. See y'all.